It's 8 o'clock somewhere. Hi, friends and family. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday night. It's been such a long week. It's been such a long week. If you know, you know. If you've been here with me, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But stop by and say hi. If you've been here with me, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But stop by and say hi. Say hi. Let me share. Hi, my loves. How's everybody doing? As you come in the room, please say hi and introduce yourself. Where are you here from? My name is Coach Mel. I am here in North Carolina, originally from Michigan. The reason I've got in the room up here, if you're going to donate to the goat. The goat is not me. The goat is the little Baba black sheep right here. Who, for the 6th time, has come back from being unalive to aliveness. What's up, Tennessee in the house? It is good to see you, my friend. Hi, Sammy. What's up? How are you? The goat is Fran. The goat is not me. Those of you who've been following me for 2.5 years know Fran is our mascot. Some of you have been through some hell and high waters with Fran. However, she came out of hell once again. The day she does pass, I don't think I'll be right, because every time I think it's done, it's not. Hello, Candy. If you are just joining us, please let us know where you're here from. Share the live, tap the screen, do all the beautiful things. Yeah, the bottom just fell out here in North Carolina. The weather is horrific. I know it's been that way all across the country. This has been a very rainy year. Very rainy this year, or it feels like it is. Maybe it's always this rainy. I don't know. Tonight we are going to talk about the 6-step method, that you can couple these 6 steps with any lifestyle. They are free. We will talk about them. We will go over them. We are going to focus on step number 1. What's up, Smith? How are you? It's good to have you. Again, as you're coming in the room, say hi. Share the live to a friend, shout someone out, talk amongst yourselves. Everybody's friends here. This is a women's support group. I keep battling about taking on men clients, but we shall see. But again, my name is Coach Mel. I'm your 54-year-old. I remember when I used to say 52. That was good. But now I say 54-year-old chubby Italian best friend. So the story goes a little something like this. Made a TikTok video, got 5 million views. What's up, Queen? Made another TikTok video, got like 3 million views. That's how I found many of you. Then many of you found each other because we all became a group. So my business was launched. It's called Chubby Girl Lifestyle. Hi, Bubba. You're okay. Mama's right here. Business was launched, Chubby Girl Lifestyle. They don't like, what's up, sis? How are you, Guided Gifts? I try to, I keep forgetting. I want to call people by their government names, but that's kind of rude because you're not in here as that. So I apologize in advance. Anyway, as I was saying, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, so launched it. And next thing you know, my business started. Business is named Chubby Girl Lifestyle LLC. You can go to Google and Google it. And from there came something called the 6-step method. The 6-step method is how women add it to Mounjaro, Ozempic, GLP-1, natural, not natural, however you're choosing to lose. It is a tool to be added, be nice to her, to your toolbox, to help you keep the weight off forever. The one thing all these fad programs do, and all these things that we get on do, they give you phentermine, but they don't give you how do you keep it off. I think I've lost the weight myself probably about 12 or 13 times in my 54 years. How many times have you, or guesstimate, how many times do you think you've lost and gained the weight back? or lost more than 20 pounds and gained it back, or can't lose more than 25 pounds. How many do you think for you? But the problem is, at the end of the day, if you do not address the root cause issue, the why behind the what, why do you keep losing and regaining? Why do you not feel you're worth keeping the weight off? Why? Why? But when you figure out the fucking why, that's when you never regain the weight. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The 6 steps that you can add to anything else you're doing. I don't care. Now, I will tell you right now off the gate. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. Fran appreciates you. I will tell you off the gate that we do not judge other women. Okay? We do not judge other women. Queen Larissa, I'm here to tell you I was on Mounjaro 2.5 years ago when everybody met me, and I blew up on TikTok and I lost the weight naturally. I applied the 6-step method. I lived the lifestyle, and my first weigh-in, I was down 20 some pounds with over 50 some inches. It's super, super, super important that you are living the lifestyle, that you are continuing the behaviors. The Mounjaro helps you burn the weight. There's no secret about that. But how you keep it off and continue it is you address the issues. I've been off it for 2 months now, and I gained 16 pounds. So let's start with, what are you eating? What do you eat in a day? What does your intake look like? See, this is where we hit the rubber to the road. This is where it's funny when I meet with women, and it's funny because I remember, thank you, Guided Gifts. I remember when I went in that day to my doctor and I tried to tell him what I was eating, and he said, what? And I was like, so one thing you can do, Queen Larissa, is if you're off the GLP-1 like Mounjaro, you can get something like from ZenWise that's natural that will create the same hormone. The only difference between Mounjaro and an over-the-counter GLP-1 is it's stronger and it works quicker. So if you don't address the behaviors, and I guess Queen Larissa will talk about you in particularly, when you were on the Mounjaro, how much weight did you lose and what were you eating in any given day? Tell me a typical day that you were eating. What would you eat for breakfast when you were on Mounjaro? What were you taking? So you lost 40 pounds total, okay? And what would be a daily, give me a day. I'd start with what? I start with protein, coffee, eggs. Oh, I want to talk about that really quick while Queen Larissa is sharing with us what it is she was eating in a day when she was on the medication, because we need to look at this, okay, as a group. But listen, it would be 2 waffles with peanut butter. Regular waffles, Larissa? See, I think the biggest mistake people make, and I'm not saying you in particular, but women in general, they get on a GLP-1 and they think they can eat the way they used to eat. You cannot eat the way you used to eat. Well, hon, I'm going to tell you this. We're going to talk about blood sugar. I have women who have what the fuck is the word that they test? Why can't I think of the word? The blood sugar. What is it, y'all? Because we got women who were at a 10.1 and brought it down below 5. Yes. A1C. Yes. Thank you, ladies. Yes, yes, yes. So when you're an overeater, we tend to justify. I have a lot of women who started this. I've helped 9,000 women. And in the beginning, women would tell me, I can't do an intermittent fast because I'm diabetic. The fuck you can't. You, of all people, should be doing intermittent fasting. What should be happening is you need to make your insulin adjust with it, okay? What you need to do if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic is you need to be making sure that you are eating a high protein snack before you start your time of not eating. When you eat in the morning, you need to eat a high protein snack. It just is what it is. Waffles, I'm sorry. I don't know who your doctor is. I'm not trying to pick on you, but you came in and shared, so I'm going to share with you. Waffles is not how you get healthy, dear. Sugar is not how you get healthy. Mounjaro or not. You can't. Mounjaro and Ozempic, GLP-1, any of this shit is not a magic drug. People think it's a magic drug because it takes their appetite away. It slows the dumping of your stomach, right? It makes the hunger noise go away. But the problem is, like you're living, unfortunately, the minute you stop it, you regain the weight because you're still eating waffles, babe. You can't eat waffles and expect to get healthy. You can't do the things you did back there and expect to get better over here. The true sign of insanity is to continue to do the same behaviors and expect a different outcome. So my challenge to you is for the next 21 days, I want you to live the 6-step method. Starting tomorrow morning when you wake up, I don't want you to eat waffles unless they're high protein waffles. I want you to focus on a high protein lifestyle. I want you to join the women that are in here right now, Guided Gifts, Heather, Lisa, Candy. I think I saw Kelly pop in here. I want you to live the lifestyle with these women. I want you to wake up in the morning when you decide to eat after about 14 hours of not eating, unless you have something medically, metabolically wrong with you. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot live the 6-step method. I have met with doctors. I have talked with doctors. I have dealt with doctors. I mean, let me tell you what you can start with every morning instead of that fucking waffle, baby girl. Start with high protein French toast. I will share with everybody here, if y'all tap the fuck out of the screen, how much, can y'all get me to 4,000? Can y'all tap the screen and get me 4,000? Tapping the screen is easy. Let me tell you one of the things I ate every single morning when I lost over 100. And I got to say it like that because we're not allowed to talk about loss, okay? Here's the thing. Every morning at night, I would go and get a loaf of bread from Aldi's. It is $2.95 for a loaf of high protein bread. Get yourself a loaf of high protein bread. Now, this is where the rubber hits the road. I don't give a fuck what kind of protein shake you use because it doesn't really motherfucking matter. You are going to take 4 eggs with the yolks in them. Okay, that's another thing. Let me stop and tell you all really quickly. As a dementia executive director of 3 dementia centers, one of the things they are finding is those of you fuckers who bought into the shit about taking out the yolk don't believe the motherfucking hype. You need the yolk in the egg to feed your brain. You need the yolk in that to feed your fucking brain. Stop buying into fucking diet culture. Stop buying into the bullshit. Stop letting these motherfuckers keep getting in your head because they make money off you. If they keep y'all overweight, if they keep y'all sick, if they keep y'all unhealthy, you will keep buying products. I want you to think really quickly. Really quickly, I want y'all to think before I give you the recipe. How many programs you've been on? How many times have they told you, take this, do this, do this? And then 5 years later, they're like, just kidding. Do Atkins, just kidding. Do South Beach, just kidding. Do Fen, just kidding. And they're going to keep just kidding the fuck out of you, okay? Because it is a $1 billion a year industry in the United States of America. Now, let's talk about it. So you're going to go get a loaf of high protein bread. I go to Aldi's because it's as cheap as fuck. What you're going to do is get a Pyrex pan. You're going to cut up all that bread. I don't care if it's 8 pieces. I don't care if it's 10 pieces. Measure with your fucking heart. The 6-step method is not about quantity. It's about fucking protein. We do not count calories and we do not count carbs. Can someone please say that in the motherfucking chat? We do not count calories and we do not motherfucking count carbs. Now, there's a reason over 9,000 women have kept the weight off for over 2 years. There is a reason why these women have got the secret, and God brought you in here today. Because again, I don't care if you're on Mounjaro, Ozempic, a GLP-1, if you're on something natural, or you've had gastric bypass, or you're a sleeve girly, guess what? One day, you will have to eat like a normal person again, okay? One day, you will have to go back to no product, nothing there, and what the fuck are you going to do then? You have to address the lifestyle. You have to address the lifestyle. I don't know why nobody can say not counting calories or not counting carbs, but that's okay. Thank you, Guided Gifts, for being my wing girl. All right, so here we go. A loaf of bread, you're going to cut it up. Many pieces as you want. You're going to take 4 eggs with the yolks in them. You're going to whip them the fuck up. You're going to add some allulose to that. If you don't like the way it tastes, listen, the one thing we are not doing in 2025 is we are not putting shit in our mouth that we don't enjoy. Can I get a witness? We are not putting anything in our mouth as women in 2025 that we do not enjoy, okay? I hope you get what I'm putting down. All right, so we are going to mix in allulose. You can add some cinnamon. You can add some vanilla. You can add whatever the motherfuck you want to your protein shake mixed in with your shit. And then if you want to and you're feeling a little froggy, you can add a little fucking Fairlife milk to it, okay? And then you're going to take all that and you're going to pour it on top of the bread and you're going to cover it up and you're going to sit in your refrigerator. And then you're going to wake up in the morning, and you know how back in the day people ate overnight oats and they were like, oh, that's great. Oats are for fucking cows, okay? Bread is for motherfucking people. Thank you for that. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to go and take that little Pyrex container. You're going to put it in the fucking microwave to 3 to 5 minutes and jump your ass in the shower. When you get out of the shower, guess what you're going to eat for breakfast? High protein French toast. And then you're probably like, Mel, how much should I eat? I don't motherfucking know. You're a grown-ass woman who makes a grown-ass woman decision. So it depends on how much protein you want. If you want the whole container, eat the whole motherfucking container. You're probably like, this lady's crazy. Guess what? Guess what? I get to eat protein every day for breakfast, and it's not in the form of eggs and bacon. So with that being said, high protein French toast is the move. Now, if you're feeling really fancy and you're a coffee drinker, you'll do what we've been doing for 2.5 years, and it's called Proffee. All these young girls on here, no offense, young girls, but all you motherfuckers out here who are taking protein because you think you're a Javi girl and you're adding it to your coffee, well, guess what? Me and my girls have been doing it for 2.5 years. You just got on the train, bestie. So with that being said, we do Proffee every morning. What is that? That's called protein coffee. If you ever heard the word Proffee, guess what? I'm the bitch who came up with it. You just found me tonight. So no, I know Tanya, the water talk lady, because she lost 500 pounds after surgery, and everybody loves her because she doesn't say fuck like Mel does. If you are one of those people, you probably want to leave my live because I say fuck a lot. I'm Italian. I'm fucking real. I'm not going to bullshit you. Why is that? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse, but what the fuck I am is I am and I was for 14 years a drug and alcohol counselor. So if I can get someone off of the heroin, I can get you off of the donuts, okay? So let's talk about it. Thank you for that, Heather. I appreciate you. And if you're in here, I would hope that you would support a small woman American business by tapping the motherfucking screen and sharing the live. Thank you, Guided Gifts. You do not have to gift if you don't want to, but it is free to fucking smack me in my face. It's free to fucking share the live, and it's free to fucking spread the word. So let's talk about it. Y'all ready? Step number whatever. Okay, the first person that types a number in 1 to 6 is where we'll start tonight. Y'all let me know. 1 to 6. Someone put a number in the room and we'll go. I'll just give them away for free. We'll talk about it right now. This fucking glare is driving me absolutely. 3. Julie, you went there. Julie went there. Julie, I said you were number 1, so we will go. Step number 3. The most important step of the 6-step program. Step number 3. Now, all of them work together, but step number 3 is the most important. Why is that? Well, let me tell you a little something. Step number 3 goes a little something like this, okay? We eat half our body weight in protein, but this is not the salmon and chicken diet. This is called the 6-step method. This is a lifestyle change. This is what can you do for the rest of your life. This is God created you out of carbohydrates, fat, and protein, and water. So guess what? This little chubby girl is going to teach you how to make everything you motherfucking love. The only thing we don't fuck with is sugar. Sugar is the devil, okay? I know you think someone else is the devil, but it's not. Sugar, sugar, sugar. I want you to go, when you get out of this live, and I want you to go to Facebook, I want you to go on TikTok, and I want you to Google, why is sugar bad for me? Sugar experiment on mice. Sugar in mice. I want you to see what happens. Now I'm going to talk about it really quick. There was a huge study that was done in Harvard, and guess what they did? They took a bunch of little mice, little rats, and the one group of rats, they would drop in a bucket of water, and they would right away swim over into the middle island, and they'd get on it, and they'd save their own motherfucking lives. Well, they took 10 other rats, and guess what they did with those 10 rats? Every morning, they gave them a little spoonful of sugar. You know how they used to say, a spoonful of sugar lets the medicine go down? No. What it does is it poisons you. God did not intend you to eat sugar. Sugar was created by man. Sugar cane was created by God, Allah, Jehovah, whoever your fucking higher power is. That's who created sugar cane. We created stripped down sugar, processed sugar that's no good for you. Sugar. I do, Bobby Burns. I do have a book on Amazon. It's called The 6-Step Method by Melissa Nobles. It just went live like 2 days ago. That's my book. You are correct. Thank you, Bobby. I want to kiss you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was very, very nice of you. Anyway, as I was saying, now I'm all thrown off because Bobby knew I had a book. And I've not done a lot of good things in my 54 years on this life, other than give birth to my children, other than take care of my fur puppies, and maybe help 9,000 women get a healthy relationship with food. But up and beyond that motherfucking shit, that book has been 2.5 years of my life. What's up, Sage? How are you doing, my friend? Everybody say hi to Sage, please. If you're in here and you need to shout yourself out, do it real quick while we get into step number 3. Yes, actually, the book has the whole 9 yards. It's got all 6 steps. It's got a journal page. It's got journaling. It's also got, I could show it to you, but they're not going to let me because they're going to shut me down because I'm not selling it on here. You know how that goes. I'm trying to keep the money in the United States of America. Love to hear it, Deb. Thank you. And if you need any help once you got it, message me and I'll be glad to jump in a room with you and we can sit and chit chat about it. So step number 3 goes something like this, because everybody always comes to me and says, how do I start this? So step number 3 for the first 21 days. Why is 21 days? Thank you, Beach. The first 21 days are the most important. Why? Because it takes 21 days to create a new behavior, new habit. Absolutely. It's just like that in addiction too. Just like that. And a lot of the program has addiction qualities to it because a lot of us are addicted to food. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out, you're going to wake up tomorrow. You're going to start after you do step number 2, and we'll get into that in a minute. You're going to break your not eating period with protein. What does that look like? I don't know, because you're a grown woman. See, there's no diet plan. No one's going to tell you what you have to eat here. This is the craziest part about all this. You like eggs, eat eggs, okay? You want to start out with protein coffee, start out with protein coffee. What you do not want to start out with is anything that is sugar, because if you start out with sugar, it's going to crash what you've been doing, okay? So you want to eat protein, so you go up like this and you stay steady. If you do a fucking donut, you're going to go like this and then like this, just like my ex-husband. Anyway, or if you do like a Pop-Tart, this, cereal, this, okay? But the thing about cereal is you can do a high protein cereal, or like not even an expensive, you can get Raisin Bran or something like that, and you can actually add protein shake to it and have high protein cereal. And that's what the 6-step method is about. We actually have a support group with a whole bunch of recipes and shit, but let's get back to step number 3. We'll talk about that. The ladies will tell you down in the chat where you can go if you want to join our free book. It's called A Face with the Book. If you want to come join that group, we have 7.4 thousand women in there. It's completely free, or there's a $5.99 level, or if you're feeling really froggy, for $20 a month, you can join the HBIC level. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Step number 3. So when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to break with protein. What does that look like? I don't fucking know. What you're going to have to figure out what you like. Okay, that was my thing. When I started this 2.5 years ago, and I woke up that morning and I cried, because guess what? My doctor told me I was not eating enough. Listen to what I'm saying. This is what's going to fuck you up. Okay, this is what's going to fuck you up. My women who have been doing this program, lifestyle change. What is the biggest thing that fucked you up? Was it not being told you weren't eating enough? You have to eat on this during your eating window. When you have an eating window, that means the window is motherfucking open. Let the air in and eat the protein, baby. Eat the protein. You want to eat ideally half your body weight or more in protein every motherfucking day. Every fucking day, okay? And here's what we're going to do. So what I did in the beginning, I absolutely love apples. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen that show with Dr. What's his name? Dr. O? And he's got like the 600-pound people on there. Has anybody ever seen that show? Yes, no, maybe so. Have y'all ever seen a woman or a man that's had to be on that show because they ate too many apples? Dr. Now, thank you, Sage. No, you haven't. Apples are not bad. These motherfuckers have tried to convince you that they're bad. If God created it, it's not bad, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Even if you don't believe in God, if you believe in Jehovah, if you believe in Muhammad, if you believe in a higher power, your person didn't create fucking apples and people have a weight addiction. That's not how the fuck this shit works, right? Fruits are really, really actually good. Fucking apples and people have a weight addiction. That's not how the fuck this shit works, right? Fruits are really, really actually good for you. Started out this whole entire thing. I woke up every morning and I had protein coffee. Now let me explain something. Thank you, Heather. I hate the taste of protein. Can I get a witness? I mean, those of you women who can take a protein shake and drink it, whoo, girl. I'm just going to say, I bet you can put other things in your mouth with no problem, because I cannot. It's a texture thing. I do not like the grittiness. I don't like the taste. It tastes like medicine to me. So I don't like it. The one thing I will tell you about myself is I will not continue to do something if I don't like it. Okay, so here's what I did. I was riding through Starbucks that morning, getting ready to go down the road, and I said to myself, self, and I said, yes, self. I said, why the hell am I about to put milk in my fucking coffee? Why am I putting 2% milk in my coffee? Why the fuck am I about to put almond milk that has no protein? Put some nut juice in my fucking coffee? Why the fuck am I... Why is my fucking charger not working? I just bought this motherfucker. Sorry, y'all. Why am I about to put something in my mouth I don't enjoy? Well, I love coffee. I drink coffee every single morning. So I drove through Starbucks that morning and I said, give me 4 shots of espresso in a Trenta cup with some sugar-free vanilla, because that's all the fuck they got at Starbucks. They don't like us that don't like sugar. And... I went ahead and I said, no milk, leave space, extra ice. I drove my little ass over to the gas station and I got myself a Fairlife milkshake, protein shake. I added that to my coffee and I said, oh shit, this is not bad. You know why? Because I couldn't taste the protein. Because I could not taste the protein. I do not like protein. Sam, I'm telling you, I am not a protein girl. So every day in the beginning, what I would do is I would get my little coffee protein and I would make 5. Go ahead and judge me if you want to. Call your friends, call your cousin, call your auntie, call your uncle. Guess what? I would have 5 pieces of French toast, high protein bread, dipped in egg, just like the protein bake we made, and I cooked it in motherfucking butter. Why? Because I could. Why? Because I didn't give a fuck. Because I was 360 pounds. What's up, Lynn? Why? Because I was living the 6-step method. And I was going to prove my doctor wrong. That if I ate a lot of protein, I was not going to lose anything. Now watch how the fuck this worked. So I ate that. Then I would still be hungry. What's up, Rosa? I would still be hungry. So you know what I would do? Everybody say hi to Rosa. So you know what I would do then? I would go and get me a fucking Okino's yogurt. And I would get the coconut flavored one because this girl right here really motherfucking loves the Samoa. What's up, Beach? How are you? Everybody say hi to Beach. Guess what? I would motherfucking go ahead because I really like those Samoa cookies. So I would get a coconut Greek yogurt and I would go get the Smucker's caramel. Listen to this, people in the back. Thank you, Lynn. And I would put the fucking Smucker's caramel on the top, and you're like, how much? I don't know. You're a grown woman, however much you like. And then I would take really, really, really thin slices of a Granny Smith apple, and I would take more motherfucking sugar-free caramel, and I would put it all over my fucking apples, and I would dip my apples in the fucking coconut caramel, and I would eat that shit just like the happiest little motherfucker in the world. Because I knew at the end of the 21 days, I wasn't going to lose shit. Because I was eating way too much food. And then for lunch, the best part of the program is, and drum roll please for everybody who's never been here before, to the women who have been doing this shit for 2 years, what do we do for lunch every day if we feel like it? Does anybody know? What do we do for lunch every day? I bet you guys are like, skip lunch, have a salad. What the fuck do we do for lunch, ladies? Does anybody know? Step number 3? We're playing a game today. What do we do for step number 3? Anybody? Drum roll. I'm waiting for someone to tell. They're all going to fall on the floor when you hear this shit. Those of you who are new, wait till you hear this. You know what we do for lunch every day? We have something we call... Anybody? Is there anybody out there that knows the answer to the question? Oh, okay. Well, for lunch every day, guess what? We have something called a fuck it meal. You're like, what? Yeah, thank you, Queen. We have a fuck it meal. That means fuck it. If you want a filet of fish sandwich, go get a motherfucking filet of fish sandwich. If you want a McRib, go get a motherfucking McRib. If you want 2 slices of pizza, go get 2 slices of pizza. Because guess what you're doing? It's called a mini carb cycle. Have you ever noticed that when you've done Atkins or South Beach or the carnivore diet, you haven't lost shit, and then you say, fuck this shit, I can't eat fucking pig intestines and monkey ass and fucking cow udders for the rest of my motherfucking life. I need some fucking food. So you say fuck it, and you go out and you eat some random shit, and you weigh yourself the next day, and you're like, what the fuck? I lost 6 pounds overnight. That's because your body needs carbohydrates, bestie. That's because your body needs something other than just protein. We were not built to only eat motherfucking protein. So every day, if you need it, you can have what we call a fuck it meal. A fuck it meal is a meal that is within reason. What does that mean? Okay, well, I'm trying to charge my fucking phone here and it's not working. I think I'm going to have to go get a different charger. Yeah, it's not working. So what a fuck it meal is something within reason. So say you're craving something and you really want it. Say Larissa is standing in Kroger's grocery store and all of a sudden sees the new butterscotch Snickers bar and is like, you know what? I haven't broke my fast yet. You know what? I'm going to do it. And she eats it. And she's like, oh my God, I failed. I failed because I ate a Snickers bar. No, the fuck she didn't. She just had her fuck it meal. See how that works? She just had, now is a Snickers bar the ideal fuck it meal? No, but what it does is it takes away the cortisol, takes away the stress, and guess what? On this lifestyle change, you're not a fucking failure because you're allowed a once a day fuck it meal. That's how the fuck this works. Okay, now the rest of the day during your eating window, you're going to focus on protein. You need to get in half your body weight in protein. Then the beautiful part at the end of the night, there's no magic pills to take. There's no motherfucking products to buy. If you see there's nothing for sale down here. So what you're going to do, bestie, is you are going to then eat something very high protein. Now, one of the things the women in here do is they love creamy, but if you can't afford a creamy, you can afford what we call protein fluff. That's also my baby, which also pisses me off when I see all these motherfuckers making it and no one says, thanks, Coach Mel, for this idea. Anyway, so let's say you really like pineapple. Here's something you can do at night before you get ready to go to bed. You can go into the kitchen and get yourself a vanilla protein shake. And then you can get yourself 3/4 of a cup of Fairlife milk. Why Fairlife milk? Because there's a ton of motherfucking protein in it. Think smarter, not harder, okay? You're not in here. There's 50 of you, okay? You've been on every diet in the world. You've been on every weight loss program in the world. You're in here right now because you're looking for a fucking answer, okay? Take everything that you've learned and liked and apply it to your fucking life. That's why we call it a lifestyle change. Here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the cup and the 3/4 of a cup, and you're going to mix it together with, guess what? What, Mel? Some sugar-free vanilla pudding. You're going to mix that all together. You're going to whip it together, and it's whipped up, and it's all wonderful. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to fold in a half a container of sugar-free Cool Whip. And then you're going to take some crushed pineapple in its regular juice, and you're going to fold that in too. And guess what? How much of it do you think you're allowed to eat? Anybody? How much are you allowed to eat before you go to bed? How much of it do you think you're allowed to eat? Cannot believe I broke my charger. How much of it do you think you're allowed to eat before you go? Yeah, that's my girl. Look at there go, Rose Gold. Fuck yeah, I eat I bet you can't. I bet you can't. You don't have to stop. Did you hear what the fuck I said? You don't have to stop. What the fuck are you talking about, Mel? I've never been allowed to eat an entire container of anything. Guess what? It's about the protein, sweetheart. Let me tell you a little secret. I'm going to teach you a little thing. I've taught women for 2 years. They did a study at Duke University, okay? They did, I'll give it to you in 2 seconds. They did it, and I'll show you how many ways you can fuck with it. And guess what? Rose Gold, if you're not in our face, someone say the name of it, on face with the book, you should join it. It's for free. Someone will put in the room the link and you can come join us for free. You just go to my website and sign up there. I don't even get any of your information. You just come the fuck on over. Anyway, what the fuck was I just saying? Now I was so excited when she said I need the recipe again. I was like, wait, what was I saying? Oh, that you eat the whole container of it. And what you can do is right before you stop eating for the night, okay? So before you stop eating, you eat every bit of it or as much as you can. And watch how you can vary it. You can get, and this is where it does not matter. You can use the cheap-ass protein shakes. It does not matter. You just need to get the Fairlife milk. Oh, the study. So there was a study 2 years ago that was done at Duke University here in North Carolina. And they took 400 women here and 400 women here. And these women here, I'll turn them this way. And they said women, no, they're the ones who, okay, this way. These women right here were told, you count all your calories and all your carbs. And these women were like, okay, I will do that, all right? And then they took these women right here, all 400 of them, and said, guess what, girlfriend? They said, what? Fuck calories, fuck carbs, and focus only on your protein intake. Watch how this works. These women right here were eating on average 450 less calories a day. 450 less calories a day than the girlies that were counting the shit. So if it makes you feel better, let me tell you something. You think, as petty as women are, that women have not fucking tracked their fucking calories, focusing on protein. I've had women come into my meetings and sit down in the beginning, and thank you for that. Y'all follow Rose Gold. Listen, I've had motherfuckers come into my fucking meetings and tell me, you know what? I'm going to download the Lose It app, and I'm going to track everything I eat for the next week, and I get into my fucking meetings and tell me, you know what? I'm going to download the Lose It app, and I'm going to track everything I eat for the next week, and I guarantee. Sorry, that was my mom calling. And I'm like, girlfriend, I guarantee you're not. I guarantee you're going to lose weight. And then they call me up on I don't know what day of the week it is normally, but they'll call me up a week later and they'll be like, Mel. And I'm like, what? I focused on protein all week and I'm only eating like 1,800 calories a day, but I'm never hungry. No shit, Dick Tracy. Okay, because we all know protein stays in your body longer, makes you hungry less longer, and you feel 1,000 times fucking better. The fucking mistake y'all make is you think, oh, I'm on a high protein diet. I guess I'm just going to have to eat salmon the rest of my life. Are you fucking out of your mind? I have fucking, listen to me. I have fucking pasta salad recipes. We eat fucking pasta all the motherfucking time. I'm Italian. You fucking think I could live on this earth without pasta? Are you fucking crazy? I have meatloaf recipes. I have fucking, we eat bread. We eat fucking cereal. And there's no fucking magic pill. I'm not going to try to make you buy anything. There's no multi-level fucking marketing because you focus on protein. I can teach you how to introduce protein into every food that you love. You think I'm fancy because I came up with protein fluff? Baby girl, I have a recipe for high protein, sugar-free, sweetened condensed milk. So when Christmas comes this year, or you got the family cookout coming on Sunday, and you need sweetened condensed milk, and you're like, I can't make my favorite pie recipe, why the fuck not? Yes, the fuck you can, because I got a recipe for high protein, sweetened condensed milk. So guess what? You can. It's about what you can do, not about what you can't do. It's about how can you make this fucking a lifestyle that you can live for the rest of your fucking life and not worry about fucking regaining the weight. This is about how can I feel good in my own skin while I'm doing it, okay? It goes against everything you've ever been taught. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. But like I said earlier, the true sign of insanity is to do the same thing and expect a different outcome. So now what you can do, you're getting ready to go to bed and you're like, oh, that was good, the pineapple fluff. I want to do something different. Okay, well, let's do it. Can someone please tell Sage where to get recipes and how to join us? You can actually, Sage, listen to me. If you pay the $5.99 a month, for our VIP level, you'll get access to all the recipes. The recipes are not in my book. The book is the program. The 6-step method on Amazon, it's by, the 6-step method is my book that I wrote. It is on Amazon. My name is Melissa Nobles. You can go look it up. You can also look up Chubby Girl Lifestyle on Google if you want to see it. But here's what I was going to say to y'all. You're getting ready to go to bed and you're feeling a little, I really want sweets. You're about to start your period. You're in perimenopause. You're in menopause. You're just feeling like you need something sweet. Guess what? All you got to do tonight is go in and get yourself a chocolate protein shake. Get yourself some Fairlife chocolate milk. Because you know what? When you drink chocolate milk on Fairlife, you can have that. What? Are you guys like, what? Yes. Yes, Fairlife chocolate milk is allowed to be drank because you're focused on protein. And there's 16 grams of chocolate milk protein. Not in white milk, not in like cow's milk, in Fairlife milk. So you add yourself some chocolate Fairlife milk, chocolate protein shake, mix it together with a thing of chocolate pudding, and then you get yourself some sugar-free Oreo cookies and get yourself a half a container of Cool Whip, the sugar-free shit. Fold it together, take about 6 of those sugar-free Oreo cookies, crush them up, drop them in the motherfucker, take 4 more sugar-free Oreo cookies, and dip them. Because here's one of the things I'm going to teach you to do. There is no fruit and there is no vegetable that is off limits on the 6-step method. All you're going to do differently is you're going to introduce protein. What does that mean? Well, let me tell you a little trick. So again, anything that you're eating protein related, we don't stop ourselves. There is no you eat until you're not hungry in your eating window. That's the whole part of this. Why is that, Mel? Well, A, first of all, your stomach will shrink eventually. You will not be able to eat that much. 2, it makes your cortisol levels go way down because you're not worried about, did I eat a cup? Did I eat a half a cup? Did I eat? No, girlfriend. So here's something that we do. We make something called taco dip. That recipe is also on the book, on the $5.99 level. You get yourself a block of cream cheese. Cream cheese is good for you. You get yourself a cup of Greek yogurt. Oh, guess what? That's the protein. Hey, Susie. How are you, sis? You're not late, baby. You're just on time. Perfect like you've always been. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix that together, and you're going to mix it with a pack of taco seasoning, 69-cent taco seasoning. On top of it, you're going to put refried beans, tomatoes, I don't motherfucking know, chilies, jalapenos, whatever the shit you like on tomatoes, whatever it is you like. Then you're going to go up to the grocery store and you're going to grab yourself a pack of those You know those tortilla shells? They're like the little ones. They have the big ones. They're low carb. You're going to cut them up into pieces. You're going to spray some olive oil on them. You're going to throw them in the air fryer. And you're going to eat as much fucking taco dip as you want. Why? Because you're focused on protein. Can someone say focused on protein? Focused on protein. Step number 3. Now, we already talked about step number 3. The next choice that you have is going to be step number 1, behind door number 2, door number 4, because we already did number 3, door number 5, door number 6, or door number 7. Whoever puts the next number in, we will go to that step. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, or 7. You're like, it said 6 steps. Thank you. Step number 5. That one's easy, okay? Step number 5, because you said it first, Julie, is probably one of the easiest steps in all this, but one of the hardest ones. If you ever meet a person, if you ever join a group, if you ever start something and someone says, you don't have to work out, oh, they lied. I'm sorry, they lied. But guess what? No one expects you to get up tomorrow morning and walk from Chicago to Milwaukee. No one expects you to get up and go from Mississippi to Tennessee. What's expected of you is 5% more than you were doing. So if you were doing nothing, then 5% more of nothing is like 500 steps, okay? You have to move your body. God did not create you. Again, God, your higher power, Jehovah, Muhammad, whoever you believe in, did not create us not to move. Why do you think, okay, when a person gets their leg broken and you keep your leg straight long enough, you get something called a contracture, okay? You ever heard of range of motion? You know, range of motion. If you don't move it, you're going to lose it, okay? But all that aerobic shit and running and jogging and beating the shit out of your body that we did in the 80s and 90s is bullshit, okay? Get up and walk. Get up and dance. If you're a fucking Gen Xer, turn on some fucking 80s music. If you're one of these fucking 2000 millennial kids, put something on that you fucking like to listen to on the fucking your iPod, your iPad, they still don't even have iPods, do they? I don't even think they do. See, I'm old. On your Beats. Put that shit in your fucking ear. Play the music you love and get naked and dance around the motherfucking house. That's a fucking workout, okay? Go take a walk with your animal. Go take a walk with your grandchildren, your kids. Get your fucking ass up and move. You will never melt. You will never get smaller if you do not get up and move your ass. The reason it is so important, listen to this, people in the back, because someone's going to come on here in 2 weeks or 3 weeks and say, Mel, I did it for 21 days and I only lost 5 pounds. Because you know why? We scan ourselves. This is about how much fat you can convert to muscle. I don't give a fuck what you weigh. I'm not trying to say that mean, but we don't give a fuck. Because here's the thing. Fat takes up more volume than muscle. Can we agree on that? But a pound of fat also weighs the same as a pound of muscle. So when you're shrinking, that's why we call ourselves the incredible shrinking besties. When you are shrinking your body, guess what happens? You're not going to see a difference on the scale the first month. But what you are going to see a difference in is my bra looser, are my clothes looser? And I'm going to tell you a story really quickly. About 3 days ago, my daughter came over here. She's 28 years old. And about 45 days ago, Kiki came to me and said, Mom, I'm ready to get real serious about my body and how I'm feeling. I said, all right, let's motherfucking do it. I'm going to do your 6-step method, Mom. Oh, really, Kiki? Thank you. I've only been doing it for 2.5 years, and almost 10,000 women have trusted me, but you haven't. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm just your mother. You know, why would you listen to your mom? So she goes ahead and she starts the 6-step method. I will share with you because we share what tools we use. She is using a GLP-1 from Zenwise. Zenwise is a company, and I've got a code if you want it. You'll get 10% off or some shit. You don't have to use it. If you want to, let me know. But it's a natural GLP-1. It's all natural with a bunch of fiber in it, and you put it in your coffee in the morning. And then you drink it, and it's just like allulose. It creates a natural GLP-1 burst in your body and makes you hungry longer, not as long, whatever. So anyway, so Kiki comes over here 45 days later, and this is 3 days ago, and she gets on my scale and she looks at me with these big crocodile tears in her eyes. How much do you think she lost? Anybody, somebody? How much y'all think? Good guess. Good guess, Julie. That's actually a really good guess. She lost 4.6 pounds. And she began to cry. And I said, Kiki, have you done a scan this month? See, we scan our bodies because we are more worried about how many inches we're losing, okay? Fat, muscle conversion, right? And she said, I said, I want you to go ahead and I want you to measure yourself. And she looked at me and she said, okay. She's crying. I hate your fucking program. I'm never doing this again. And she measured herself. Do y'all know how many pounds of fat to muscle she converted? Anybody got a guess? Julie, since we're playing together, how many pounds of fat to muscle in 45 days do you think she converted? What do you think she did? I don't know why it's delayed, but 16.7 pounds. She converted 16.7 pounds of fat to muscle. She lost 4.6. So if you add that together on our lifestyle, on the 6-step method, she had a 21-pound loss. 21 pounds of fat she got rid of permanently, almost 5, and 16, almost 17 pounds she converted to muscle. She went down 4 sizes. 4 sizes in pants, 4 sizes in a shirt, 4 sizes in her bra in 45 days. The first time I got on the scale after 21 days, I was 360 when I started. When I got on the scale the first time, I was down 17, but I had lost 51 inches. 51 motherfucking inches. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, you can be 180 pounds and 40% body fat, and someone might be like, oh, that's pretty healthy. 180 pounds isn't bad for being 6 foot tall. But you also can be 220 pounds with a 30% body fat, and the healthier person is the 220 pound person. It is the misinformation we've been given. It's called the 6-step method, Erica. It's for sale on Amazon, the 6-step method. You can go to my website. This is something that over 9,000 women have been adding to Mounjaro, Ozempic. And by the way, if you do not want to lose me, I come on at 8 o'clock every single night, or I will be. I need you to come up here and click this heart right here. And the reason that is because TikTok shuts me down all the time. And it will randomly happen, normally let me on about 45 minutes to an hour. It's because I'm not selling anything. And anybody that joins the fan club, all of my HBICs, all of my VIPs that are in here, please follow these women, because these are women who need you. These are women who need us. And you can also come to my Facebook, and you're more than welcome to go to my website. We have where it says join the group. You can do the $5.99 VIP. You can do the to go to my website. We have where it says join the group. You can do the $5.99 VIP. You can do the